So every day I talk to adventurous men who are feeling stuck in their professional careers. They're in a good job. They've, advanced up the ladder. They have the salary, the pension, the benefits, but the job itself is unfulfilling. In fact, it's often draining. They dread going to work on Monday. They feel unexcited about the work itself, but they're often trapped either because of a family, like how am I going to support my family? What else would I do? Or they don't know what else they can do, and they feel like this. I kind of reached the top of the pinnacle. Where do I go from here? And is there any better than this? And so that's the topic for today's live. My name is Chris Struthopoulos, and I'm a transformational life coach, a Himalayan mountain guide, and also a professor. And so to reveal what I find is, having worked with a lot of these guys, there's basically three things you can do. One is to keep doing what you've been doing and keep getting what you've been getting, which is where the years just keep ticking by and you're in Bill Murray and Groundhog's Day, right? Second option is you can leave your job and boldly embark into something else, knowing that, hey, this might not work out as well as what I got now. Or third is that you could find a way to be fulfilled in your current position and realize that it's not necessarily the job, but it's me, how I'm showing up to the job, my stress, my anxiety, my, pointing the finger at other people or myself, that's the issue. And if I shift within me, maybe I can be happy in this role by changing my relationship towards the role. So how do you know which camp you fall into? So let me tell you the outcome of two different guys who are just completing my program right now. One is Harrison and the other one is Dan. Now, both are professionals. Dan is an engineer. Harrison works is a mortgage counselor. And for them, one of them wound up leaving their job and the other one wound up being fulfilled in their job. And that's what's so fascinating, is how do you know the correct answer? And unfortunately, there's no snap of the fingers. I can't just tell you in 30 seconds or less. There's not like an algorithm we can give you the answer, but there is a way of getting resolution. And let me tell you what happens when you have that resolution, how good life feels. So for Harrison, the solution was actually, I don't need to change my job. In fact, it was for him, he just needed to shift his relationship with his job, because he was spending 12 hours a day cranking, working weekends, 70 hours a week. And that's what was burning him out. That's what was making him feel unfulfilled. But the root was 10 weeks later, once we addressed the root issues, not just the superficial level of what was really going on with his relationship towards work, suddenly he's now working 8-hour days. He's no longer taking calls on the weekends. And best of all, he's fully present with his family. Like the other weekend, he went hiking with the family one day, kayaking with them the other. And best of all, his business has doubled. He's now, had his best months ever, in the 2 Comma Club on his monthly closings. And so that, he's like pinching himself. He didn't think this was possible. And for him, it was about creating boundaries. It's that he was saying yes to things he shouldn't say yes to. And then that was causing resistance. There were clients, for example, like one client in particular ate up an entire week of his time. And then he was able to shift and be able to say no to the things that weren't serving him. And more importantly, the distractions. Those ways you'd sit in front of the desk and like, I'm going to get X, Y, and Z done. And suddenly 3 hours later, you haven't gotten half the stuff that was really important to get done. So when he changed his ability to focus, his ability to say no, boom. Suddenly he's twice as productive, twice the revenue, and half the time, from 12 to 8 hours a day. And now he's thrilled, right? Job problem solved. And for Dan, though, it was different. For Dan, the engineer, it was in the end, for him, he had gone through a series of events that had robbed him of his confidence, a bad breakup, and he just wasn't he'd lost his faith in his ability to make change in his life. And so for him, what we did was we got clarity of what he really wanted. And when in the end, it wasn't, I can't be happy being just a cog in a machine. He deeply believes in the environment, and he realized he wants to do environmental work. Environmental engineering. And then second, we helped him reclaim his confidence in himself and his belief that, hey, I don't need to be stuck in Bill Murray and Groundhog's Day. So he was able to apply and get his dream job. Took 4 rounds of interviews, but now he's doing environmental compliance for Fortune 100 companies, helping them being cleaner and greener. And he's giddy. He just started last week, massive signing bonus, and he's like, I love my job. I love this work. I feel I'm aligned. This is what I'm meant to do. And so for him, it was leaving the job, and that it wasn't just shift. So it was shifting within himself and then shifting the job. So that, I get all excited talking about this because that's what I love doing, is helping people make importantly, the shifts within themselves so they can get resolution to this bigger question. So then here's the question. If you find yourself stuck at work and you'd like to know, hey, should I stay in this job or should I leave? If you're ready to get resolution on that question, here's what I have for you. Below is a link that'll bring you to my website. In there, I have a free training on the 5 shifts. And these are the exact 5 shifts that both Dan and Harrison made that allowed them to get resolution on this question. More importantly, not by just resolving the question, but by resolving the deeper part, the habitual loops that are keeping us in indecision, keeping us from being able to have the clarity. Because the problem is, so often if we just jump to decisions, these are, career is a big life decision, right? If you just start like throw the slot machine, lucky number 7s, and pray, is that a gamble you really want to take? And so the way to avoid just randomly throwing jobs at this problem, which is to do the inner work and to realize what it is that I really want and what is it that's really preventing me from being happy either in this role or knowing what will make me happy. And so therefore, here's the role that are going to meet these needs. And so to address that, we got to do the deeper work. We have to address the power pitfalls that are keeping you stuck. So if you want to know more about what I'm talking about, again, watch that free training. The way you access it is on my website. So there's a link below. Click on the link below, register for the training, and then you will learn the 5 key shifts that both Harrison, Dan, and countless other guys that have helped made that allowed them to get resolution on this question. Should I stay at this job or should I go? So my name is Chris Druthopoulos, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side on the training. Cheers.